Okay, I'm just gonna do some 10 move memos walkthrough solves. So, okay, so optimal angle would be here because of this diagonal skip. So this pin down, pick up the cube, simul, connect this to make the X cross. And then from here, you could either put these two down to go into that, or you put one pin down to turn here, put this pin up to match, so you have cross plus one, flip, simul, then another simul here, this is a skip, so match, here it's already a match, so you can just put this up, and then, yeah. Okay, here. So here you have this edge, this center edge skip, and then this diagonal skip. So here, start 6 o'clock D move, make sure you're using your pinky. Then put these two down, match, flip, match these two, simul into that. Then these aren't matching, so you have to put these two pins up here, match into here. Since this matches, like since this is all at 12 o'clock, you just have to put this pin down, then 12, then like just do one. Okay, wait, no, I want one without any edge skips. Bro, or corner skips. There we go. Yeah, so this has no skips. Basically, this one, I just do the least D moves and like least negative D moves. So this one I'd like over something like this, even though this is 4 and this is -3, because 4 is easier than -3 for me. So, but in this case, I have a -1, and this is a 2. So this is pick up to simul, put this up 2, put these, flip, and then match. So flip here, then simul this, simul. Okay, I thought, so since these match, I'll just suggest doing this. So after this, switch this to match these, put this up to match this block, third pin, then since this solves, you just put this down, done, and then yeah. I'll just do one more. No, I don't want edge skips. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This has a corner skip. Yeah, so this also has a corner skip. Honestly, I'd prefer this because -4 is better than a 5. Yeah. So pick up, bring it up, pin down, put this pin up, rotate to match this block. Then here, flip. This would be a 6D move, which is not that bad, honestly. Then pins up, then also a mistake I used is I used a third D move for this side right here to match here to here, but instead you should use this. Then in this case, yeah, just pair it up normally like this. Then here. Alright, so I'm gonna just do a scramble. I have not practiced the clock in a few days. That was still 727. I'll do one so I can hopefully show sub 5. Yeah, that was an 8-10. I messed up on the first move. Okay, yeah, so if you have a diagonal in this, instead of matching these like this, you take advantage of this to make the instant cross +1. Yay. Also make sure on the second side, wait, I'll just make, so here on the second side, make sure you're tracking next pieces. So here, I'll be tracking where this goes, so I can instantly transition to this, but while tracking this, so I can just transition faster. So I'll show that in slow motion. So here, flip, here, match, here, here, here. If that makes sense. Okay. See, that was a 1-tick DNF, so I just recently set up my clock so it's just like 10 times faster. So yeah, I got a 7-11 average with a slow clock. Like, it turned like there was little garbage in there. Yeah, little garbage and dirt because I barely cleaned that thing. So yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, that's some walkthrough solves and some cool stuff. Wait, one more thing. I'll just explain a bunch of skips. So this edge skip, this is a corner skip. If you get these two, you have to do 2 less moves, so you can match this. If you get this, just put this one up or this one up, depending on how much you can control, and just bring it up like that. And then if you have, so let's say I'm solving from this angle. If you look to the back, there's this bar that'll be preserved when you flip. And if you don't do double moves here, this will also, if you don't do double moves here to match, this sidebar here will also be preserved. So in this case, if I do this, yeah, it's not going to preserve, but okay, so if I do this instead of this to preserve these blocks, I do that, flip, I have this step done, so that's 2 less moves. Yeah. And also, if there's a case like this where you have to match this to this, and this pin's already down, you can just bring it all to 12. Or like conversely, if you, yeah, this is better. So conversely, if this, you need to match this with this, but this one is at 12, just flip the pins and then bring everything to 12. Like, that's just so much simpler than, wait, it was this, okay. Then bringing this here, then bring it all back, because like that's an extra move you could save. So 10 move minimalist is about being efficient and like finding as many skips as possible. Act like that didn't happen, but like it's about being efficient and turning fast when you can. So like don't TPS burn, like unless you're like limb hung.